Hi everyone, I'm going to make some mini art journal starters, something I don't know what to call it. I've got all these envelopes that I used to use for Happy Mail, but recently when I've used them for mail, some post office just ruined them. I don't know. It looked like they threw it into a puddle and stepped on it. So I'm not using them anymore for Happy Mail. I'll only use the ones that have plastic lining, and I was trying to figure out what to do with them. Nice brown paper that I love, and it needs to be used. So I'm thinking I'm going to make some kind of a mini art journal. And when I'm saying starters, it's my idea is to put something on each page, and one envelope will make a double spread a page and will connect to the other one, like I like to do back to back. That's what I'm calling back to back. And on each one will be something that I will put, and it will be I'm going to give this away, and so someone else can work on it and make it into a complete art journal. So this will be just a starter. If you've seen Journaling by Five by Shannon Green or Cat Hand, you will understand what I'm talking about. Just putting down something on your page, and that's how you start working. Sometimes the hardest thing is the starting point of each page. So I've gathered some materials here. I've got, after I managed to organize all my scraps, I've took out leftover pieces that I think can work nicely with the brown paper. So I've got book pages, a music sheet, leftover from scrapbook paper, and one paper bag. And I also took out some stencils that I figured maybe I'll use. I don't know if I'll use them or not. I've taken some of my stamps here. Again, don't know if I'll use it or not. There are an option here to play around, and I also have this thing. This thing is all my little leftovers from projects that I'm working. I've made an art journal page yesterday, and this is the leftover, so it's here. I've made another thing, and I've got this tag. I've got so many tiny bits of pieces here that needs to be used. So I'm going to try and at least incorporate several of these things into this mini art journal. I still don't know what the cover will be. I just want to work on my pages, and in the hopes that you will get ideas. And as I said, this is going for a giveaway. So when it's finished completely with the cover, I'm going to give it away to whoever will put this down in the comments below. And of course I will pick one randomly and send it to him, her, in general, whoever will be picked up randomly. So page by page I'm going to start, and let's see, here is my first page. Not overthinking, taking a book page, and let's tear this apart. I love torn paper, and I've got my white glue here. And I made a choice that my page will be on the side without the flap. If you want, you can, if you're doing something like this, you can leave it, and then you have an art journal that also has tuck-ins in the side. So It's just up to you. Here we go. Somehow I even managed to find a page from a book that is exactly the same size as my envelope, so win-win. Here we go. All this needs to be without overthinking it, just starting something. And also, like here I've got the glue, so I can't stamp or stencil on it right now, so I can just move it aside and come back for it the next round. I can decide that I'm starting to glue on all my envelopes, and only at the end adding other stuff, if it's stamping, stenciling, inking around the edges, whatever. So I want some, I have bunches that I want to use, and let's see, what do I want to use? I've got this flower punch, and I want this one, let's see, yeah, I think I'll punch it more, and then I'll take a strip, as I said. Okay, so scissors. I'm always using also the strip where I've punched the shapes out. It's also a decorative element, so why not use it? Here we go. I'm gluing it down. I'll trim the edges later. As I said, right now I'm just putting down stuff. Here we go. I hope I'm in frame. So this is it. I'll trim later. And now I'm taking these lovely flowers and gluing them down on this side. It doesn't really matter where they go. As I said, don't overthink it. Here we go. Going over them just to make sure everything is in place. Also here. Oopsie, there was two of them. Okay. Using everything. Here we go. Trimming later. Moving it aside. Next page. I think you already get what what I'm doing. Again, I want some punch, and let's see. I've got this big one. It's a 3-inch punch. I've punched a half of this flower, and let's see, I've got, I think I'll punch more half flowers. Or maybe another, I don't know. Whatever will be, will be. So, already got, yeah, something like that. And this is only the beginning. There are so much more that you can do. And I'm also going to, when I'll example everything, I will see which page goes near which page. Right now I am just laying down things that will be of an interest on the page. Next page, let's use something from here, from all this leftovers. Yeah, let's do this. So you see, I'm working quite quickly to put down stuff on my page, on my pages. Let's hope it will be nice and that some of you will want to get it at the end. So what I'm thinking, although I'm moving fast, it does take some time. I'm thinking I'm going to glue other stuff, and when I'm finished I'll do it off camera and I'll be back and we'll move to the next stage of this quick journaling, and we'll continue, but now, and I'll go over what I've put down on each page. I'll be back. I'm back. So I'm going to move on to stamping on my pages. I think I will avoid this time doing stenciling because it will take time to wait for everything to dry, and I do want to move along and also do a cover. Here I have a piece of paper. It was something that I've tried. I coffee stained it, I've stamped it with something that looks like a map, and I took a piece of it and just glued it here. So I'm going to stamp this campus? No, why? Forgot the name. Never mind. You know what this is. You don't need me to. So I'm just adding this to my page, and I'm moving this. It will be easier to work, and it just to add interest to the page. And of course, whoever gets it can also can cover it and do whatever it wants. But I'm just doing this as a starter, and I've got here Okay, so moving this aside, moving on here, I just put the trim, lace, and this buttons, and I've got these two stamps that I never get to use because they are so elaborate and don't fit everything. So this is the place I think I'm going to use now. Memento, this is nautical blue, and do I want this one or this one? I'll do this one. Not taking it off the acetate, it's just easier this way. Yeah, here we go, another page. Next. Let's see, don't know how much this needs to add, if I need to add anything to it, maybe a little bit. Let's see, this is Distress ink, will not stain, and I'll just add around randomly. It's not even a complete print, just to add interest to the page. Next one. So you see, I'm not really paying a lot of thought for each. I'm just moving in and putting something in the hopes that whoever gets it will like it and use it. Here we go. Next page. Just a stamp that I've made on paper and fussy cut it and put it here. And let's see. I think it's a fly, I don't know. Whatever it is. Again, just adding some interest. Doesn't have to be accurate, doesn't have to be anything. It needs to be workable for someone other than me. Forgot to trim here. And what do I want to put here? And this tag, I think, and I'm going to punch a hole here and put it through. Just mix and match all kinds of things. Trying to put some bow here. Oh my God. Doesn't want to work. Okay, here we go. Another page. This one. Let's see. I'm thinking this stamp would do nicely to add interest. Yeah, another page. Let's see, what else? What else can I put here? This one I like it as is, I think. Maybe something more here. No, I'm leaving it as is. I like it like that. This one. I'm debating with myself. I'll leave it as is. This one I want to add something, and let's see. Let's go with sunflower. Nice enough, although it didn't print so well. Again, you can cover it, can do whatever you want with with this. And last one, what do I want here? Let's do dragonfly. Yeah, basically this is it. So stamped around. Now I've got all these pages that needs to be assembled into an art journal, and I'm going to fold them. Like this. And I'm going to glue them down back to back, as I said. So let's see. Here we go. I've got this one putting down. I'm using silicone glue. It's easier for me. I like working with it. This is a local brand from the cheap store. If you are looking for silicone glue, this is the U glue. That's the one I know about. It can be found anywhere. Here we go. So now this one is attached to this one, like so. This is the back to back. So let's see. What do I want now? I'll put this one. Again, putting down the glue. Folding. Placing. I hope I'm in frame and you can see what I'm doing. Here we go. So basically this is it. I'm going to continue gluing them back to back, and then I'll be back and we'll do a cover. I'm back. So here is the journal, the starters journal, and I want to make a cover. I've got here a corrugated cardboard, and that's going to be, I'm going to cut 2 pieces out of it to be the front and the back for this, and I'm just marking a little bit more in size than what I've got. And let's see, here is one piece, and I'll do the other exactly like it. I'm moving this aside, and now let's cut it. Now you know me, I don't like measuring, but sometimes just no help for it. Let's see what I've got here. 5.5 inch, so I'll mark it also here. Here we go. Don't know where this cardboard came, but it looks like it's a double a corrugated board, so it's extra thick. Let's see here now. 7 and 3, I think. Okay, here we go. Second. And now I just need this one to cut the here we go. And we've got it. Now, I've been thinking about it, the fact that it's going to be a giveaway. So I took and I had another envelope, which I'm going to attach it here. And this time I will have this pocket. So I'm just going to glue it here because I want to put other stuff in the pocket. Here we go. Oops. And I'm moving it a little bit to the side, trying to be to put it in place. No good. I've got this and the flap will cover it. Haven't thought about it. I'll remove the flap. That's what I will do. And then I'll have the pocket here. So, removing the flap. Don't need it. Yeah. And so I've got it here, the pocket that I wanted. It just moved. I need to put it again in place. What's happening here? Don't know why it moved. Okay, here we go. Now I've got this pocket and I've got the rest of my envelope here, which I'm only going to attach it loosely here, and it will give me a soft spine and closure. I haven't planned on it, but it's nice all the same. So I'm just going to put glue here, and I don't want to push it in. I want to leave space because there are some things that make my pages bulky, like the buttons and other stuff. So I'm attaching it loosely, so there will be a space here, as you can see. And just the things that I want to put in inside the pocket, all kinds of embellishments, 2 envelopes that I made, the origami envelopes I've showed you, a tag that I've made from leftovers is going in, stickers, more stickers, and all kinds of bits and pieces that can work with the pages that I've started to prepare. Some die cuts, more of the same papers I used. Here we go, and more. Everything is going in here. Some more cutouts that can be used as embellishment, and more of this, like I've used one of the leaves in one of the pages. Here we go. That's my journal for the cover. I'm going to use fabric to attach everything. I've got this fabric and I really like it. I think the colors will go with these envelopes, and it's a little bit big. I need to clear some here. Let's see. Moving it aside. Here we go. So, taking a piece out of this fabric, and make sure you have a leftover so it can be tucked in. Not measuring again, just taking a piece that will cover. Here we go. I'm gonna start on one side, just putting down a glue. And this needs to be, you need to be patient with this. It's a lot of glue and it's wet and it takes some time, and if you want your fabric to really be attached and not peel off, then you need to wait for it to dry, and I'm also going to put pressure on it. So one piece in place like so, and I know that I have enough to fold in. Now you take your journal and you put it loosely like this, so you will know how much of a spine you need. And I'm going to turn it over like this so I can see the other side. And now I'm placing the next piece is approximately here. I'm going to put again glue on this side generously. As I said, you need it to stick. Here we go. Again, holding it loosely. I like that I have a give to the spine. And now placing the second piece. Here we go. So here are my two pieces. I don't need all of this, so I'm trimming. And I'm going to cut here and here. Go. And now it's just folding it inside, and everything needs to dry. Again, generous amount of glue. There are those who trim a little bit of the corner like this. For me it works as is, so I'm not trimming it. I'm doing the corners first, putting a little bit more glue on the corners, and now I'm folding the sides. go. And if you have a problem with it staying in place, just take bulldog clips and put them down until everything is dry, like this. So for now it seems like everything is holding, so I'm not putting the bulldog clips. You can also go over and just so you will know that everything is tucked and glued down, put also a glue on top, like so. Now I'm putting a little bit of glue here and here. This is my spine and I'm folding it inside, like so, and again on this side, so the trim is nice to the outside. Again, doing this side the same, glue, doing the corners first, glue on the corners and doing the sides. And going over. So this needs, everything needs to get dry before I am attaching all my pages to this cover. So I'll be back. This needs to dry. I'm back. So it's not dry yet, but I thought I need to attach my pages here, and I have already got glued, so I'm only going to put a little bit more glue on both sides, so I know that my pages will be attached to the cover. Here we go. On both sides, more glue. And let's see, here it is. One side. And the other. And here we go, pressure. So it will stay in place. Here it is. And now for closure, I took I've got two tags like so, and I'm going to use them as the closure. I'm going to put each on either side of my cover. Like this, only the hole sticking out. I'm looking at it like this, so it will be in the same place. Yeah, and taking this string of I think it's called jute or whatever, and it's like the material that's like the burlap, so just putting it through the hole like this. Other side. and that's what's going to be the closure. I'm not tying it now because the glue is still wet here. I'm leaving it as is. Everything needs to dry and stay in place. This is going to be the giveaway, so if you want it, just put a comment below that you want to be in the what to call it, it's not a raffle. Put your name, and on my next video I'll announce who's winning this giveaway. And thank you all for subscribing, and thank you all for all your kind words in the comments below, and thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you in my next video, and then I'll announce who's getting it. Bye for now.